never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy Dan, and this is your Smackdown live review for December 13th, 2024. Friday the 13th, one of my favorite days of the year just because I'm superstitious. I don't know. Not a lot happened tonight, guys. They did some progression of the story. They're starting to talk about other avenues, but this show was mid. It was entertaining, but it was very mid. So let's just get into it. We did a pod earlier today and we talked about a lot of things, so I'm not going to keep you guys here too long because I've already been on this thing recording for the podcast, and now I'm doing a video. So I am tired. I'm ready to get my sleep on. I'm ready for my wrestling tomorrow night, and they better deliver. They've been promoting this thing like it's a damn WrestleMania, so they better do it. We start the night off with Big Jim coming down to the ring, limping with his crutch. He gets in the ring and he cuts a promo. And let me just say this. It fell flat. It was not well received in the audience. I don't know what was up. They were very, very quiet. And that's not like them at all. Pause. They're also tonight, after this show went off air, they went ahead and pre-recorded for next week. So we're going to have spoilers. It's going to happen. It's going to get out and leak. But they went ahead and recorded next week's Smackdown. So next week will be taped. Tonight was live, so they actually recorded both. Both of them. I'm not a fan when they do that shit. And they've been doing it a lot lately. He gets in the ring. Promo wasn't there. Talked about coming back in January and February. His year's going to start Royal Rumble. He wants to try to go for a singles title. Even said something about the undisputed title. Jimmy was not. People were not feeling. I don't know if he was just. How do I say this? I don't know if he was nervous or not, but it was just not there. It fell flat. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but he got his ass whooped by Drew. He got a Claymore by Drew McIntyre, and this mug has been on a rampage. This dude has been. He went after Sammy. He's got a match tomorrow with Sammy. He took out Jay. He's taking out Jimmy. He was on the Busted Open podcast this week, and he dropped a beautiful promo about how he really feels in real life. Threw the mic down, walked off stage, left Bubba Ray, Mark Henry, and forgot the guy's name. If I see him, I can remember his name. But yeah, and Drew McIntyre does this thing. He is an MVP for this year. This man's social media and like non-WWE TV like material has been on fucking point. I give it to him. But yeah. They move him to the back. On the way back, Aldis is scalding him like hell. Next, we got a little pre-show in the back of Tiffy. She was getting ready for a match tonight. She's in a number one contenders match. Well, not number one. She's in the tournament. So we have two matches tonight for the women's tournament, and that will define who fights tomorrow night. Tonight, Tiffany is taking on Mia Chin. So Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. Basically coming to the back, wishing her luck. Nia even says, well, if you win the women's US belt, you won't need the money in the bank. And you kind of see the little tension hitting of her and Candice LeRae. Yeah. It's about to be a hateful truffle. Drew was still walking with Aldis in the back. Bianca comes up with Naomi, which was funny because Naomi's husband just got fucking laid out by Drew McIntyre and she's smiling at him. She should have said something to him. You messed up, sis. Basically, Nick Aldis is good. I want to talk to you guys. Look, Jade's out. We got a problem with the tag teams belts, the championships. We got to figure out what's going on. And Naomi jumped up to the plate and said, I know it's not the best situation, but I've always had Bianca's back. She's always had mine. I know it sounds bad, but I would step in those shoes if you need me to. Bianca jumped right on board with this. Was like, she's always been by my side. She's always had my back. She's never let me down. And this shit has happened in the background so many times. So, yeah. And Nick Aldis says, well, I'll run up the chain and see what happens. We know what's going to happen. We know exactly what's fucking about to happen. Oh. Then when we got our Mia Chen versus Tiffany Stratton match, and Mia Chen won. That blew my mind. So now we know it's down to 3. Bayley, Mia Chen, and Chelsea Green. Next, we got a back thing, a vignette of DIY with the belts, talking about how they lost it. The Bloodline took it from them, and then Motor City Machine Guns jumped right in front of them, their spot in line, and got the belts. So we knew that was going to happen. Oh, then we got another cinematic promo from Roman Reigns. I love these. He is so good with his acting chops and his facial expression, his aura. He's just got it. Basically, he's like, you know what? I lost my wise man. I lost my bloodline. I lost Jimmy. I lost my Uba Fala. Your bloodline got one. My bloodline. Which I thought was great. Like, because they showed a picture of Punk and all them together. He goes, my bloodline. 1-1. He goes, so, Netflix, January 6th. How about we leave the tribe as spectators? Tribal Chief versus Tribal Chief in tribal combat. Fuck yeah. We know what's about to happen. He's going to get screwed over. But, you know, it was a great promo by Roman. I loved it. He hit on the thing of, like, Solo, you took it. You didn't earn it. I was given this right from the family, from the tribe. You didn't. And Roman did that face. You know the face. I'm going to fuck you up face. Next in the back, we got El Delgo Del Phasma with Nick Aldis, and they're just talking shit. And then they're like, yeah, you know what? We're just gonna make a phone call to Adam Pearce. They're playing up this whole trade window thing. And then him walked up. One of my favorite wrestlers, Carmelo Hayes, and unfortunately, he is fighting a new superstar tonight. A new superstar for Smackdown tonight. Triple H is really good at things, but this was a fucking mess. Oh. Braun Strowman returned. He re-signed Braun fucking Strowman. And he squashed Carmelo. I get it. You like monsters and he's, with you and everything. But, dude, they made it sound like it was going to be a brand new superstar from somewhere else. Penta. That's what everybody wanted. You fumbled the ball, bitch. But Braun Strowman is back. Fuck! No one likes that guy. Then we got LA Knight. Not my favorite guy. Started talking shit about the Uba Fala. He made fun of it. He basically rehashed the thing, where Rock said, shut up, you thong-wearing fatty. And he basically said, you're a fat ass with a red necklace. He just rehashed one of the Rock's old shticks, and he used it for his own. It is what it is. He's got a match against Solo tonight. We'll see how that goes. Then we get our Tribal Chief. Kinda. He lost. His team lost. And he lost 2 members of his bloodline, too, which is sad. So sad. Not for Tangaloa. He's more of a mascot anyway. But Bronson Reed, he almost lost Jacob. It was horrible. Told everybody to acknowledge him. Then he said Roman Reigns, and before he could say anything, this was funny as hell. I had to put this on here. It's Jacob, and behind him somebody put Jacob Fatu in Fortnite. What is his weapon going to be? Boom. Somebody does these like weird AI game things online, and they do like voice actor, and it's so hilarious. It just made me think of that. And yeah, Solo got disqualified from Jacob. Yeah, dummy. Then Apollo Crews comes down, and then oh my god, why are we introducing these 2 guys into this? I know Apollo Crews because he beat him up, and they kind of jumped what's his name, and I'm just like, can we not? Next, you saw Braun Strowman walking through the back. We got too many Braun names on the roster, I swear to God. And then you had Pretty Deadly come up to him, which is weird. How that I know their name, but I can't remember a lot of the other guys' names. Yeah, that's so weird. But I'm digressing. I'm so tired, so I'm rambling. Want him to be in their musical as the monster? Yeah. Go the fuck away. Saxon comes up, tries to interview Braun. He rolls his eyes, and then these 2 A-Town down under these nuts come up, and they ask Braun to be on their show. And Braun actually agreed. Said, yeah, I'll see you next week. I have a feeling he's just going to beat both of them up. Next, we have our final elimination match for the tournament for the U.S. belt that will be defended for. It will be crowned tomorrow night on Saturday Night Main Event. We got Chelsea Green versus Bayley. Bayley came out with no pop. No pop at all. No one popped for her. Chelsea got a pop. By the way, Chelsea won clean. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm so happy for her. She deserves it. She's been a star this year. She's been one of the rising stars of this year. Motor City Machine Guns then went their little DIY comeback promo. Next, we got a backstage vignette with Shinsuke Nakamura. Talk shit about LA Knight, but he didn't really say anything about anybody else, so I don't know. Then Nia and Candice LeRae comes up, and they're like, sorry you lost. And Candice's like, well, guess what? So I talked to Aldis, and next week, Nia, me and you have a match for the tag team belts. First, Nia looked very, very happy. And then she changed her tone, and then she changed her tone back. And she's like, but Nia, you could be a double champion. Nia was like, let's go brainstorm for that. She goes, sure, I'll be right there. And looks at Tiffy and throws some shade. Not my thing. Next we got, this is the last thing of the night, by the way. Cody Rhodes coming down to the ring to have a face-to-face with Kevin Owens with Michael Cole in between them. And I don't mind Cody Rhodes. I really don't. I liked the story. I liked him finish it. I'm getting a little distant from him just because the stories are not going great. How the hell are you going to be the quarterback of the WWE and you're Luigi? Just saying. I don't like the way he carries the belt. But they teased, they did the Pulp Fiction thing. Triple H calls Cody, goes, we're going to have the Saturday Night Main Event. He goes, it's going to be special. He goes, so I got something for you. Now remember this, it's one night only. There's a case in front of him. He walks away. And Cody opens the case, and a glowing gold light hits him in the face. He shucks the case, looks at the screen, and smirks. We all know what that means. He's been trying He's been advocating for bringing back the Winged Eagle belt. That's what's in that case. For one night only, for the first time, this time, it'll happen again. And we got Cody's going to come down with the Winged Eagle. Michael Cole's in the ring, starts with Cody, starts giving all these economy. He goes, first things first. There's a video of you and Triple H. He goes, what was in the cane? And Cody's like, well, yeah, I really can't. And then KO comes on screen. He's in his car again in the parking lot. I love Kevin Owens' crash out. I do. Called him a golden boy. Basically called him his stupid stories. And he's not interesting. He was more interesting as Goldust than he is Cody Rhodes. Great dig. Started talking shit about his brother and his dad. Cody got mad. And they ended up in a fight. And that's when everything went out. And that was the end of the night, guys. It was a very, very short night. They're saving all the good stuff for tomorrow. We know this. It'll start at 8 p.m. And it's supposed to be a 2-hour show. Excuse me. I've been talking so much today. It's supposed to be a 2-hour show. That's what it's scheduled on cable and regular ass TV. It's scheduled for a 2-hour block. But after that, there's actually nothing really scheduled on mine, at least. Maybe it's just my satellite company. I don't know. But on Peacock, it will be on Peacock at 8 at Eastern. So there's two ways to watch it. If you ain't got NBC, you can watch it on Peacock. So yay. And a little bit news before we end tonight. Netflix. Starting January 6th. So everyone's thinking about saying, you know what? All their content's coming off of Peacock and it's going to Netflix. It's not true. It's not true. All the pay-per-views will be on Netflix. All the Raws will be on Netflix. They'll have some of the content from the library on there. But they haven't announced it yet, but even the guys over across the pond from us, they're supposed to get everything on Netflix. Well, they found out today that is not happening for them, so we know it's not happening for us. So what's going on is WWE has a new YouTube channel. It's called WWE Vault, and that's where that channel is going to have a lot of the old school content. And they did say that not all the old content will be able to be seen. So that means they're not going to have any of the WCW. They're not going to have any of the ECW. Right now, they have the Paul Heyman documentary, the CM Punk documentary. There's a couple other documentaries on there. They have viral moments, and they do have a couple shows already on Vault. A buddy of mine who's very good at computers went through the Netflix logs, and he confirmed we're not going to get a lot of stuff at first. So I figured that was going to happen. Netflix has a huge library as it is. When you add in how many years of WWE, WCW, NWA, wow, that's a lot of content. So we don't know what's going on with that. Overseas, it's not going to be all on there, but they're going to have more than we do. So my solution, get yourself a VPN and watch it through Netflix. Change your location to be overseas and just watch everything on Netflix. That way you don't have to worry about anything. That's one way to go. All right, guys, check out the podcast. We did a quick show tonight. It was one of our funnest shows ever. We played some games. Next week's topic on the podcast, one of the big ones we're going to do this week, was the Facebook thing that's going on social media. We listen, but we listen and respect something, that thing. So we did one tonight for Triple H. We listen, and I can't remember the second part. It was so stupid. But next week we're doing one on AEW for Tony Khan, and then we're also going to do next week's episode is going to be really based on all the worst wrestling content of the year. Worst wrestler of the year, worst faction of the year, worst match, worst female wrestler, male wrestler, promo, everything. And then the week after that, we're going to do the best of everything. So those are usually pretty fun to do. We did one last year, so we're going to do one this year. So check us out. We did one, we changed it from Thursday to Friday. This week, we may do the same thing for next week because of people's availability. But normally it's 7:30-ish right here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. So, as always, guys, thank you guys for coming out. Subscriptions are up. Do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe, guys. It helps us out. Share. It helps us out so much, and it helps me get more content out to you. At the beginning of the year, we are going to reamp both channels, the Wolfpack and the Statement. So, some good things coming here and there, and we're just trying to build everything and be great for the community. So, I've rambled long enough. I'm tired as can be, and as always, be good people. Fuck.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.